why would you come in the different times of year to Yellowstone? I mean, we've come here in June and it's absolutely stunningly beautiful, but I know that it's very different in the different seasons. So let's start with springtime. It's always a good place to start. So
spring is spectacular. We have all the young animals. We've gotten to see elk calves, we've seen bison calves, we've seen wolf pups, bear cubs.
Very cute.
And that's one absolutely amazing aspect of this time of year. You know, spring is phenomenal. Everything is lush and green, wildflowers everywhere.
Lots of water.
Lots of water. Yeah. You know, in fact, we've been driving past snow patches.
Yes.
You know, we're here, you know, in June, and there's still snow on the ground in areas, but that's what gives us this lush green vegetation. So it's a wonderful time from that respect. Lots of wildlife down low, still in the valleys, makes it a lot easier to see the wildlife. So spring is one of my favorite times. So summer, you know, summer has access to the park. Every area that you would ever imagine to access will be available in summer. So summer can be excellent for those visitors that want to get out and explore the backcountry of Yellowstone. If you want to hike, everything is open, everything is accessible in summer. You don't have to worry about snow on the trails, you know, if you come in summer. But you'll deal with larger crowds, you know, more people, and it becomes more important in summer to get out right at first light. Get to the major attractions early, get out to the wildlife hotspots early before it gets too hot and the animals are going into the forest to bed down to stay cool.
And one of the things I would just say is that Paul does get you up lovely and early, but with coffees ready and waiting for you and a packed breakfast, and so you can just be off on your safari, which has been an absolute treat, and it is totally and utterly worth it. It's been so wonderfully quiet. So yeah,
absolutely,
definitely, that's a real gather away bonus. Please tell us about what it's like in Yellowstone in the fall.
Fall.
Can I just say, sorry, autumn.
Yeah, autumn is a wonderful time here. We have, you know, the ungulates, the hoofed mammals, in their rut in the fall. So toward the end of September and October, we often get to see the harem groups of elk, the males bugling, which is an amazing sound of nature. That and wolves howling are my two favorite natural sounds.
Sally's looking very worried here. She really doesn't like wolves howling, just saying. It's very funny. Sorry, carry on.
But yeah, fall is amazing. Autumn, you know, we have the beautiful colors of aspen and willow that turn in September. We get fewer people as autumn progresses, so schools have gone back into session, less families, less kids in the parks. But it's a time when a lot of animals are starting to come back down toward the valleys. They've been up in the mountains through the summer. They've been at higher elevations, staying cooler. But fall, autumn is when
you see the big numbers. Right. Last but not least, the season that probably I am most excited about, and you know, it's come about as a result of this trip, and Sally too. Yeah, both of us are really, really, really excited. Is winter. I just think the colours and the contrast and the photography must be extraordinary. So tell us a little bit more about winter.
Winter is wonderful. I mean, it's an opportunity to get into Yellowstone when very few visitors travel into the region. Coming into the heart of Yellowstone, into the interior of the park, has to be done with an oversnow vehicle. So logistics get a little bit tricky. Having someone figure out where you're going in, where you're starting, where you're staying, how to travel through the different areas of the park gets a little bit more complicated. But everything in winter is guided in the interior. Accessing areas of the park in winter when everything is snow covered, it's just so beautiful. You know, very few areas around our world have snow year-round through the winter. You know, starting from December through April, we're snow covered here. And it's beautiful, clear, white snow. And in addition to all the snow, you get around the geyser basins where you've got all that moisture coming up, you know, from the thermals. Everything is frosted. get this beautiful flocking on the trees, and it's an amazing time. Wildlife comes to the lower valleys. They're more accessible. They're easier to see on the snow. And one of my absolute favorite times to be out photographing, incredible scenic opportunities, but also great wildlife photography opportunities in winter.